What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody enjoyed this lovely Sunday afternoon. Hope y'all went to church, had a good time this morning, and enjoyed a little time with the Lord. We did. We had a good service, had a good time. Come home and look, the old man got to me. I hit the bed and had to take a Sunday afternoon nap. Man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm telling you what, it hurt me more than it helped me. Feel a little worse for the wear now. Probably won't sleep at all tonight, but you know, it is what it is. But we're going for a little rip this evening. Me and my father-in-law, Jim Wood, gonna go hit some back roads and ride around a little bit. Y'all hear the bike idling back there in the background. They're out, y'all. We got some saddlebags on her. She's looking better and better every day. Got to get them bars replaced, and we'll be on to something then. Got to get me a set of apes for it. But bags worked out good. They used, gently used. But they are Harley bags, and yes, I did put Harley Davidson bags on a Suzuki. Haters hate if you want to, but they look like they were made for them. They look really good on there. Look, guys, I am not a brand snob. I could care less if it's Harley, Suzuki, Kawasaki, whatever. If it rides and you enjoy it, then have at it. If it's a good looking bike, I'll comment on it. I'll let you know. I don't care. It ain't got to be Harley for me. I ain't a brand snob by no means. I love all of them. Fact is, they're all fun to ride. They're all a good time. So get what you can get what you can afford, be happy with it, be content with it. Get out there and enjoy the road, have a good time. That's anything in life, man. Just be happy with what you got, where God put you, where He has you in this stage of life. Enjoy it, no matter what you got or what you do. Do it to the best of your ability. Do everything as if you're doing it unto the Lord. That goes for work and for play, y'all. But we're gonna get on these bikes. I think I just heard him fire up over yonder. But we're gonna ride around to somewhere. Once we get somewhere and get stopped, I'll let y'all check his bike out and tell you a little bit about it. He does have a Harley, and it's a pretty nice one. But we'll get back with you on the road somewhere. All right, guys, we out. We on stop one. We come out here to the old hunting land, check on gates and mess, and of course, I'm sorry, no good for nothing, dumped a bunch of trash up there side of the road. If you got trash or something you need to dump, take it to a dump. Ain't nobody wanting to deal with your mess out here on the side of the road at their hunting land. And if I find out who you are, well, let's just say you'll get a little visit from the man, because homie don't play that. I don't like somebody that dumps trash on other people's property. But it's a beautiful day, enjoying the ride. Got Jim's bike here. You done seen mine? This is his. Jim, what year is yours? Tell us about it.
2008 Rocker, Harley Rocker.
2008. It is beautiful.
It's antique though. I need to do a lot of work on it, but still.
Yeah, it rides though.
Yeah, it'll run now.
Runs good. Looks good too. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, we just out enjoying the day.
Paint work and do some replacement on some of the stuff that it was rode mostly down at the beach down in Daytona, so
oh yeah.
The boy that had it didn't take good care of it. I don't think he left it out, but it runs good.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking that, so.
Yeah, that salt down there, it'll get to the finishes and stuff on it if you don't wash them every other day. That salt down at the beach. I got a few places on mine, the chrome's kind of popping. I think I'm gonna have mine. I think I'm gonna paint mine eventually, and I'm gonna get rid of that chrome. I don't like chrome.
You gonna keep the same color?
No, I'm thinking about going like a light blue.
Okay.
Like with some
then that color there to me.
yeah, some light blue with maybe some candy in it or something. But I want to powder coat that chrome, get all that chrome like a gunmetal gray or something about like yours, about like your casing is. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't do chrome.
Yeah, it's too much trouble to polish. But guys, there it is. We are around Richmond County. If y'all got a bike, y'all live in the area, holler at us. We get together and put a ride on sometime. I know we're going to start a group of us from church, probably some Sundays after church. We're going to start riding and stuff, so come to church. You can join in with us. 615 Sherrall Road, Hamlet, Church of God of Prophecy. But I'm going to get off here. We're going to ride some more and enjoy this beautiful day and the good weather the good Lord give us today, and just have a good time. And I'll catch you on the next one. Good morning, fam. Welcome back to the channel. We are in the house today, in the kitchen. Yep, I'm cooking, canning. I'm gonna say canning. I don't know if this would be considered cooking. Well, I guess I mean you're cooking part of it, but anyhow, back to what I'm saying. I'm doing some cucumber pickles. My nanny used to make them before she passed away, and she kept jars of them all the time. Every meal we had over there, we had some of them little round red pickles, and them things were the best. And I was going through some stuff the other day, and I found her handwritten recipe, and I'm going right by her ways, and I'm gonna see if I can't make them taste like hers. My mother, she has already put in a request for a jar. I'm sure my brother will want some as well. So I plan on making several jars so I can let people have them that used to eat them, and let them enjoy and reminisce about her. We sure do miss her. She was a good woman. I loved her a lot, and I think about her often, and can't wait that the day comes when I'm in heaven with all my loved ones, my nanny, my granny, my papa, and my good friend Kevin. All of them up there just waiting on me, and can't wait that that day comes when I get to see, most important, I get to see Jesus's face. And then after I spend, a couple thousand years with Jesus, maybe I'll take a minute or two to go visit my family. But no, I'm sure they'll be right there with me. Just kidding. They'll be right there worshiping the Lord with me. I know it. But anyhow, back to the lecture at hand. I'm going to show y'all some of the ingredients about what we have. If you see, this is what it takes, y'all. Prefer the big yellow cucumbers, the ones that's overgrown, not really no good for nothing. Big and yellow and ugly. I've got a few green ones too, just to make them up. But this is how you're going to be cutting them. You got to get all the seeds out in the middle. You got to get them clean, and you got to get all the skin off of them, get all the hide. But this is some of the ingredients. Red hots. We got cinnamon sticks, alum, sugar, pickling spice, of course water and vinegar. Quite a bit of, it's quite a process. We've got to get them cleaned up and get them sliced up today. Get them in the pickling lime mixture, and they got to set in it for 24 hours. Then we got to take them out a bit and rinse them and let them soak again for 3.5 more hours. Then we get to make the syrup and all that stuff, get them in the jars, get them filled, get them canned, get them sealed, and then we'll be good to go. And they have a shelf life of several years once you can them. You can put them in a closet and forget about them. They'll be good when you go back to them. But I'm gonna set you up, let you watch me cutting up some of these cucumbers. Hey, I'm just doing the best I can. Y'all don't judge me too harsh. If y'all know a better way to get these aggravating seeds out than what I'm doing, please drop down in the comments and tell me, because I'm gonna probably start making these on the regular, and I can use all the help I can get with stuff like this. So I'm gonna set y'all down here and let y'all just kind of watch me as it goes. If I can get the camera to sit like I want it here, just right there we go. That should be good. Let's if I can find my switch here, we'll put a little light on the situation. That might help a little bit. All right, so well, I'm gonna have to raise you up just a hair, just so you can see my face a little bit. Let's see if that's any better. There we go. That's a little better. So what we're doing here is I've already took the hide off of it. So now I'm gonna cut it in lengths, about like that. And if my dog don't be quiet, she's gonna get whooping. You better hush. She won't that. She seen me get down on my knees. She thinks it's playtime, y'all. But I'm just cutting them in little lengths like that. And then I'm going in with my knife and just kind of easing around and cutting that chunk of nastiness out of there, getting them seeds out and getting it nice and clean. You got to get all the seeds out. I don't know that it would hurt, but her direction says get all the seeds out, so, and she had it in parentheses, so I'm assuming that's pretty important. So that's what we're doing. So now we got it like this. Do these other two. Get these all clean. Get them all cleaned out. This is the worst part about it to me, is the prep work, getting it cut. I have a bad back, so standing in one place, leaning over, doing this for extended periods of time, I'll pay for it. But I'll reap the rewards when we get to pop one of these jars open and get to taste these bad boys. I can already smell them cooking now. And I used to go by her house a lot, and she'd be cooking these things and prepping these things, and I always watched her a little bit, so I got a good genuine idea of what to expect, but I've never done them 100% by myself. So all right, we got all the seeds out of them, as y'all can see. That's the, looks like a corn cob, but it don't taste like a corn cob, I can promise you. So we're gonna cut them about 1 inch thick. Maybe not quite, probably about 3/4 of an inch thick. And we're gonna throw them into the bowl. And you can see right there, it's nice and clean. Got all the seeds out of it. And then these end pieces, there ain't no seeds in them, so you get a whole piece of it. That's always been my favorite part. I would look through the jar and try to find them pieces when I was a kid. There was just more there. But that's how you do that. So I'm gonna knock off right here. I'm gonna get all these cut up, get them situated. I'll pick you back up when we start mixing up the brine. All right, guys. So I got them all cut up. Whoo, what a job! I've already got them in the bowl, and I've already put the pickling in. I forgot to cut the camera back on and bring y'all along, so I'm gonna show y'all exactly. So there they are. They're already in the pickling lime, covered with water. This is what we used here, pickling lime, and we measured out 2 cups of it. I went ahead and put it in another container and mixed it and got it all mixed up really well, and then poured it over this and added the fresh water with it. Mix them around too so it's coated, and then I'm going to take this here. You see how some of them sticking up out of the water? I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it, and then I'm going to use tin foil to pull it down, and that'll pull them all down tied up under the water. And they've got to set in that for 24 hours. So it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I now have plans, whether I like it or not. We're going to be pulling these out. We've got to wash them really, really well, get them really clean. I'm going to have to clean my sink and just pour them in there and wash them around in the sink. And trust me, when I say clean my sink, it'll be clean. I ain't going to leave it dirty. Or I'll have to use if I can find a big pot, I might have a big pot I can wash them in. Either way, we'll get them clean. Then we got to get them back in some fresh water, and they got to sit in that water for 3.5 hours. And then after that 3.5 hours, let's see, we drain them, and then we make a syrup and we boil them. Add enough water, simmer on stove. We simmer them for 2 hours. So tomorrow's job is going to be a 5-hour job. So I'm going to be tied to this for 5 hours tomorrow, at least. And then after that, we can make the syrup. We can start putting them in the jars, and we can start canning. So hopefully tomorrow evening, at some point, I'll have pickles in jars and be canning them and getting them sealed up and ready to go and letting them set. I don't know about everybody else. Everybody else will probably crack theirs time they get it. I'm going to probably let my jar set for a month or so before I crack it open and let it get just really, really good and seasoned. But check this out, y'all. Now, I'm not going to zoom in on it because this is my top secret recipe, which it ain't top secret. I think it's online if you want to look them up. I think it's the exact same recipe from online. But anyhow, check this out, y'all. This is my nanny's handwritten. She wrote this for me years ago. I asked her for it, and she took the time to write out all the directions for me. It's just cool. You know, she's been gone for a few years now, and you know, seeing stuff like that with her handwriting, knowing that she wrote it to me, you know, it means something. It truly does. And I've got, you know, one of my other grandmothers that's passed away, actually would be my great grandmother. I've got her Bible, and there's handwritten notes in it where she was teaching Sunday school and where she was doing some different things, and And I'll reference back to that sometimes, and I'll just sit there and look. You know, this was probably in the, some of it probably in the 50s and 60s when she wrote it down, and maybe even earlier than that. I don't know, but it's just neat to see our past. You know, the people that made us, see how their minds worked back then, what they thought about life, and how they, you know, broke down the scriptures and stuff, and gained understanding. It's just neat to have these little trinkets. You know, that recipe, I may end up framing it. I'm trying to do some things in my shop, get some things squared away, and I'm trying to make it look a little better in there. That may be one of the things that I frame and put on the wall, just as a, you know, as a keepsake, just to remind me, you know, of Nanny and how much she loved me and I loved her. You know, she was a special lady for sure, and we all miss her. But I'm gonna get off here. These things is gonna set for 24 hours. Tomorrow I will try to remember to pick y'all back up when I get into it, and we'll carry on. I'm not very good with the memorizing things right now. This video, this channel stuff is all new to me. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it better for y'all, but I need y'all's support. I'm not going to, you know, do this forever for 11 views on videos. I need y'all to share it. You know, I need y'all to help me get word out and get people interested. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you would like to see me go do or go check out or build or whatever. Give me some ideas, folks. Comment below. Talk to me. Don't just ghost me. But I want this thing to succeed. I really do. I want to use it as a ministry tool. I would love nothing more than to be able to get on here and speak some truth and speak the gospel to people's lives that need it. And for me to be able to get out there to where they are, takes y'all first. Y'all are the first step. So like, subscribe, share, you know, whatever. Do all the above. Thumbs up, comment. Get me noticed. Get people looking at me. I'll appreciate it forever. But later on this evening, I think we're gonna go out. I've got a new gun. I probably can't say that on YouTube. I don't know. I gotta read the standards. Anyhow, I think I can. But anyhow, I got a new one. And we're gonna go out and set up the scope on it and get it dialed in. Deer season is coming. I will be videoing a lot of deer hunting this year. I will be carrying y'all along when we go to the mountains and when we go to these various places of hunting. So I look forward to that. I hope y'all do as well. I'm trying to get y'all where the sunlight ain't bothering the camera, but there just ain't really no good angle in here this morning. But yeah, I'll be carrying along for that. So this evening when I go out there to shoot these guns, I carry along with that too and let y'all see me in action shooting, and let y'all either A, laugh at me missing, or B, say, well, that little boy, you might not want to mess with him. He's a pretty good shot. I hope it's the latter. But only time to tell. This gun I just purchased, I was told the guy that I got it from got frustrated with it because he could not get it on paper. And it's probably the cheap scope. There's a very cheap scope on it. Having said that, the scope was not set up correctly on the gun, and I got out there last night and set it up in the vise and got my level out and took the scope off and redid some things and re-engineered the way it was set up, and got it on there straight and level like it's supposed to be. So we'll see. Maybe it can hit a bullseye now, or at least get on paper. I will probably soon be ordering a Burris scope for it. I am a Burris fan. Burris is just, I've got one and I love it. The warranty, you can't beat it, and the way they perform is just second to none. If anybody ever asks me for my recommendations on the scope, it will be Burris all day long. So that's probably what will be going on it soon as possible. And there again, I don't have a you know, I'm not sponsored by Burris in no way, shape, or form. I would love to be. So hey, Burris, if you're out there and you hear this, hit me up. I'd like to test some of your new products for you. I'll give you honest reviews on it. And that goes for any other company out there that wants some honest reviews, especially on hunting things. Hit me up, let me know. I'm here. But I'll pick you guys back up when we get out there at the range this evening. And until then, y'all stay safe and enjoy this beautiful weather we have today. God bless. What is up, everybody? Out here on the range this evening, enjoying this beautiful weather again. But got a couple guns to shoot. Pops is with me. He's gonna try to see if he can get lucky and hit the bullseye too. Get used to this new rifle. We got this for him for this year for hunting. It is a Savage Axis 6.5 Creedmoor. So he's not been one to shoot rifles very much, and definitely not used to a scope. So we're gonna try to teach him a few things today, but before we turn him loose on it, I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna send a couple down range and see if we can get it on point. Like I told you earlier, the guy I got this rifle from said that he could not get the scope on point. Couldn't get it on the paper. So I took it apart, took the scope off, reset it up. It was a little bit crooked, and I've got it set up properly now. It ain't canted in there. So I'm gonna see if we can hit the bullseye with it, or at least get close to where I can draw it in. All right, so let's send one down range and see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and she'll be dead on from the get-go. I do not see that on paper neither. Let's see one more. Watch down there, Daddy. See if you see dirt spray up or anything. That would, oh yeah, you might want to put them on. This one ain't that bad, but that right there, that Ruger American, we got a 308 behind the camera. We're gonna shoot it too in a minute. But this one ain't too bad on the ears, but that 308 with that muzzle brake on it, yeah, it's rough on those eardrums. You good now? Just see if you see any dirt fly up anywhere, because I sure don't see where I hit it on that target. We may have to bring them in a little closer. And I'm gonna hold, well, I'm gonna go to the second plate and hold dead center. Okay, I think we got a hole in the plate down there. I can't tell for sure. Let's cruise down there and see.
That's our best.
We're gonna go down there and check it out and see what we got. And I'll pick y'all up when we get there. So guys, we got down here and there's not a hole. I believe my buddy was right. I think the scope is no good, because I don't see no hole. I seen dust fly up, but I don't see where I even hit the wood. Maybe right there. No, that's a screw. I don't see nothing fresh. Maybe. Let me flip what you got going on here. Now I was aiming, I was holding right here. And there's not a fresh hole nowhere. There's no dirt kicked up under it. And I don't see no fresh dirt kicked up here nowhere. I really don't know where this bullet's going, y'all. I know it's hitting the backdrop because we've seen dust. But yeah, let's walk back up there and let me pull it apart and bore scope it. See if we can get this thing shooting any at all. That scope may just, it's old cheap Weaver scope. It may not be no good. We may have to go ahead and order that Burris scope, y'all. Didn't want to right now, because to be honest, money's a little tight, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do to go catching deer. So we'll get her ironed out before the season gets here. But I'm gonna set y'all down a few minutes. I'm gonna bore scope this rifle and see if I can get it on paper. If I can, I'll pick you back up and let you see Pop shooting it. Or nothing else, I'll pick y'all back up when we break out the Ruger American 308 and see what it can do. I got some hand loads. I reload, so I got my own loads with it. We'll see what kind of groups we get with them, and maybe we'll get some good ones today. It's been a while since I've shot, so we shall see. I'll pick y'all up in a few minutes. Alright guys, so we could not get the 6.5 Creedmoor on paper. The scope is just no good. Go figure. You know, these little $50, $75 Walmart special weavers, they 22 at best, y'all. They just not meant for stuff like this. They're not good for it. But I broke out the Ruger American 308. I'm gonna let y'all get a gander at this beauty. Oh boy, is she pretty. She is beautiful. And she shoots just as good as she looks in here. Now, don't pay no attention to that. I'm a little pansy sometimes. My little shoulder gets to hurting. But yep, I waited a long time to get my hands on one of these, but I finally got it. So I'm gonna send a couple downrange on hand-loaded loads. I'm gonna shoot. That would be these with the green tips. And then I've got some factory loads, just some full metal jackets. And I'm gonna see which one gets me the best group downrange. So let me throw some in it here. I'm gonna shoot 3 of each. And I've already got one in the chamber. So we locked and loaded. So here we go, let's see what happens. This is the first time I've shot this old gal this year. Let's go for that first plate. Get the stuff set here. Now this one, you do not have to breathe on the trigger hardly. I've got the trigger adjusted rather light. That gun a while ago, I was having to pull with all my might on it, but this one here, you just barely touch her and she's ready to rock, which is what I like. I love a little light trigger. Yeah, she a lot louder than that other. Uh-oh. Oh, we didn't. Oh, I didn't have the mag in it. Okay. I think you say we had a bad primer, but I guess not. That was all my fault. I think I flinched a little bit on that one. Yeah, I pulled that one. Let me shoot one more since I pulled it. Oh yeah, I think we got 2 touching there. So now let's shoot some factory loads. Let me get my brass back up because this will get reloaded. Oh sure. Don't want to waste no money. Let's shoot some of these here full metal jackets and see what we got. We'll do a group of 3 of them. Then I'm gonna let Pop shoot it just so he can get used to a scope and start learning him a little bit on a gun that I know is shooting true. the second plate. Ooh, that's right at the bullseye. That's right at the bullseye. Tell y'all what, I love these Burris scopes. There's just nothing like them. Wait till y'all see this group. And unfortunately, the full metal jackets is grouping a little better than my hand loads. I got some work to do, y'all. But with a full metal jacket to to a pointed ballistic tip, I'm not all that surprised. They tend to fly just a little truer. But still, it ain't nothing we can't improve on, I mean. Yeah, my backwoods language here. That's a group there, fellas. Let's walk down here a little bit. Let me get this out, get this open. Just so as we know we're safe.
You riding or walking?
We'll ride. It's a little quicker that way. We'll take the side, drive on down, save a few steps. All right, y'all, so the plate on the left right here is my loads, and I shanked one. But, yeah, they was a little all over the place, here, and there. This is the one I shanked, so really it's here, and here. I'm not real pleased with that. But, especially out of that gun, when, this is what it's supposed to do. 1, 2, and 3, that's sub MOA all day, so I think I got a little more work to do on my hand loads because they kind of flying everywhere. But with the factory loads, with them full metal jackets, y'all see what she can do. Definitely going to play with some new tips. I've got a few ordered coming, and I've got some powder, some different recipes and things of that nature. When I start reloading, I'll bring y'all along, let y'all see my process on that. But this is not impressive at all. This is probably, well, each one of these is 1 inch, so 1.5 inches. And then this is way off. So yeah, that's probably a good 2-inch group. No, that will not work for me. I will never be happy with that. This works. That is definitely within 1 inch, probably a 1/2 inch, because you could probably put a 1/4 over that and cover it. So that's what we want. That's what we're after. But we're gonna get back up here, and I'm gonna get Pop set up, let him fling a few down, see what he can do. See what he can do out of 3 shots, if he can make it. Give the barrel a few minutes and let it rest and cool off. But if any of y'all's got a used Burris scope out there you want to get rid of, I'm in the market. Hit me up, let me know. Comment down below or message me or whatever, just let me know. But we'll get back up yonder and gonna get that barrel just a few minutes to cool off, and I'll pick y'all back up. All right, guys, we back. He's fixing to fling 3 down range. Let's see what he can do. Whenever you get ready, you take your shot, take your time, don't rush. Just Remember everything I showed you. Your safety's at your thumb. Push it forward when you get ready to shoot. And remember, hold that little blade on that trigger when you start getting ready to shoot, and then just squeeze when you get ready to fire. Take a breath, fire at the bottom of your breath. Pops is always rabbit hunted and things of that nature, y'all, and he ain't never had the need for a scope rifle. Back in his day, they ran dogs for deer and used shotguns. So this is a little new to him. Safety off. Nope. And you jerked. Try not to jerk like that. There you go. See, it don't kick. Now see where your bullet went. So if you can't find it, just eject that shell.
I can't tell.
Well, just, you can't hardly see down there good enough to find them sometimes. Just eject that one and go ahead and shoot the other two. Then we'll walk down there and see what you done. So yeah, keep them in your ears. Nah, it won't do that till you cop one in. You ain't got to worry about that while we're shooting here because it's sitting on a bench. Right, push it forward, down. Now you ready to fire. Hit the trigger till you're ready. Yeah, you need these like I got without the string on it. I was about to say, go behind your head. Lay that thumb over to the right. Leave it on top like that because that'll make you twist it. There you go. You hit it. All right, go ahead and shoot the last one.
I couldn't tell.
You hit it, I seen it.
I can't see good enough to get the target or not.
Well, go ahead and fling that last one, then we'll ride down there and check it out.
Ah, man, I hate these things. I'll get muffs.
Yeah, I was about to say, you need muffs. You're shooting at a different plate now, I believe.
I've been shooting at the third one.
Huh?
I've been shooting at the third one.
Oh, okay. Don't forget your own safety.
Aggravating arm cramping up.
You're holding it too tight. That's why you're tensing. Just relax. It's just a gun, and it can't do nothing you don't tell it to do. Push it out further if you need to, and spread out on the table. Roll your thumb off the side. chamber up. Leave it open so it can breathe. And let's ride down and see what you did. I'll pick y'all up when we get down there. All right, we're down here, y'all. I see 3 holes in his plate, and they're in a decent group for a first-time shooter. Nope, there's 3 there. 1, 2, and 3. Yep.
That's the way I felt like I was going every time.
Yeah, that's...
Because I had it on here.
Well, that's what I was telling you. You got to make sure you don't pop that trigger. You got to make sure you're just squeezing it real easy like that. You never want to pop it, and that's what's happening. You're popping that trigger and it's jumping just a little bit. A 1/4 of an inch down range of pull leads to 3 inches down here. So you move probably 1/10 of an inch up there that it looked like on here, but it moved the bullet way out here, 3 inches off. That's still probably inch, maybe 1.25 inch group. Not the best group, but there again, we're dealing with a first-time shooter, y'all. So be gentle. A little bit of practice, I'll have him shooting just like this. We'll have him stacking dimes. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna look some things over. I'm gonna try to find a scope for his gun. And I'm gonna go work on my reloads and see if I can't get them a little tighter, a little better groups. And we'll pick this up another day and we'll do a big shootout. I got some targets I'm gonna use next time. I got a bunch of old Pepsi Colas they don't taste good, they're no good. So I'm gonna bring them out and we'll shoot them and make a bunch of splashes and have a good old time. I'll get my brother out here with me, the youngins and the 22s and the pistols and everything, and we'll have us a fun day out here. But till then, y'all stay safe and we'll see you on the next one. Good morning, guys. Or should I say afternoon? So it's been 24 hours and we are back in the kitchen. And we are back in here working on our pickles. So let me tell you, they have soaked for 24 hours in the brine, and now we have them out, and we have to wash them really, really good and get all that stuff off of them. And then they've got to go back in a water bath, just plain water, and they got to soak for 3 hours more. And then after we get done with that, we can begin to make up our syrup, get them into jars, get them canned, and get them sealed. So that's the next step. I'm gonna get these all washed up and get them into cold water, and then we'll pick y'all back up whenever we get ready to start doing some syrup making and canning. Man, my beard looks a mess. Yeah, y'all get to see me in a raw form. I ain't beautiful right now, but I'll fix that shortly. I'll be my old beautiful looking self here in just a little bit. I'm just kidding, y'all. I know I'm an ugly old boy. But anywho's, let's get these things washed out. Let's get them back in the cold water and let's let them soak so we can get this done today. I'm ready to taste some and see how they turn out. So here we go. I'm gonna set y'all up over here. Let's see. Well, it might be better off to set you guys here. And then y'all can see. Stay. I don't know that she's gonna stay. Maybe. I think we had it start. There we go. Alright. So we're just gonna get these things all washed up and clean and throw it into the bowl. And it says to wash them really, really well. So I'm trying to kind of wipe them off as I wash, make sure we get all that brine solution off of them, because if you leave it on them, it will affect the flavor. That's what I've been told. If you don't get them good and clean, it'll give them kind of a funky taste. Now I did mess up at first, but I did correct it, and I want to say it so that y'all don't mess up if y'all decide to do this. When you soak them in the brine, the initial soak in the brine, make absolutely sure you don't do it in a metal bowl or pot or something like that. I didn't know at first, and my wife brought it to my attention that, hey, they can't be brining in a metal pan because the salt, the lime salt, will leach
flavors from the metal. So if you let them soak in it, you know, the whole 24 hours, you run the risk of having metallic flavors. Now, mine wasn't in there that long, so I think they'll be all right. I'm going to taste one when I get them washed off now and make sure we don't have a metal taste, but I don't think we will. I think we'll be all right. Matter of fact, let's just do it now. I'm going to wash this one off and see. Yep, that's just cucumber. Nothing weird about it, except a little bit of that brine taste. But yeah, we definitely didn't leave them in there too long. I don't think. Thank the Lord we caught it when we did, and we didn't leave them the whole time, because I'd have sure she hadn't seen them and said something, I would have sure woke up with them in it this morning. This is probably one of the least exciting parts of this journey. This and cutting them up. Cutting them up was rough. My back was sore last night from cutting them up, y'all. This ain't much better. But I know y'all probably bored with watching this, so I'm gonna pause y'all and I'll pick y'all back up. I'll pick y'all back up when we get ready to start making the syrup and stuff to get them in the jars and get them canned, and then y'all can see that whole process. So till then.
All right, guys, we back. So we got them back out the refrigerator. Got them out of the soap water, just plain water. Gave them one more rinse. Now we got them in the pot. So now we're going to start with our syrup. So to make our syrup, we got to have a cup of vinegar, a tablespoon of alum, and some food color. Add enough water to cover the cucumbers and simmer on the stove for 2 hours. So this is a long process, y'all. This is going to take you a few days. So make sure you got 2 days to set aside to do this whole deal. But right now we're going to get this syrup here going. We're going to add 1 cup of vinegar, white vinegar. Just plain white vinegar. Uh-oh. My muscles ain't working. I can't get it open. There we go. That might help. So we want 1 cup. There's our 1 cup of vinegar. We want 1 tablespoon of alum. Let's see if I can find my tablespoon scoop. Oh, it's up here, dum-dum. Yeah, I be forgetting where I put stuff. Any of y'all have problems with that as well? Where's my alum? It's 1 tablespoon. That's the TBSP, y'all, just in case y'all wasn't aware. It's not the TSP. Put the TSP in there, it ain't gonna be right. Like always, I don't have fingernails to do that with, so I have to use my teeth. A lot of people say, "Ew, that's nasty," but hey, you do what God, you use what God gave you to use. Now, that is 1 rounded tablespoon of alum. And we're going to mix this up a little bit and get the alum working in it. And I'm just going to use a plastic spoon just to get it dissolved. Get that dissolved. Now we're going to add our cucumbers. And hope that they all fit. And I can do it without making a mess and dropping them everywhere. I will say, y'all, we did the yellow cucumbers. These are just the big yellow ones nobody wants to eat. And then we did some of the regular edible green cucumbers. If I do this again, it'll be with all yellows, all the great old big yellow ones nobody wanted to eat. They were a lot easier to clean, a lot easier to prep, and they're a lot bigger. They're a lot better bite. The little green ones are so small that after you get them cleaned out, it's hard to keep them as rings. A lot of them's breaking. which is fine. They still eat the same. They just don't look as pretty like that. So next time, if I can find them, I'm going to try to go with all big, overgrown yellow cucumbers. The bigger the better. Makes more, as long as they fit the jar. If they don't fit the jar, then we'll cut them in half. All right. Now it says to add enough water to cover the cucumbers and simmer on low for 2 hours. So I'm actually going to swap eyes here. We're going to turn this on and get it hot, and then we'll back it down to simmer. I'm going to use this bowl to transfer water. I could just bring the pot over here, and that would probably make a lot of sense. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, because that does make a lot more sense than carrying water back and forth. And just fill it up until the water barely covers the cucumbers. I hate that my camera's cutting half my head off. I feel like I'm letting y'all look at my chest talking to you. But when you're working off of a phone, there just ain't many options. I did buy a tripod, but just can't get the right angle every time. So I'm sorry for the views. Doing the best I can with what I got to do it with. Hopefully, maybe I'll get to upgrade some camera equipment and stuff pretty soon and start getting some better quality videos. It just takes money, y'all. Time and money's one thing that's not a friend of mine. I am not financially blessed, as you would say. I'm not cursed neither. I'm blessed by the good Lord, and I make it, and I don't have no wants. But I'm not to where I can just go out anytime I want and spend money on any and everything that I want. I have to sacrifice and save for most things. That's okay. God is good. God is on the throne, and He has provided me with everything I've needed throughout life. So I have zero complaints. I will give Him credit to the day I die, and then on into eternity, for eternity. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit to make sure that alum and all got dispersed very well in the water. Guess I could have turned my kitchen sink off, but it'll be okay till I get there. Now, we got that going. We're going to get that to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer. It says for 2 hours. After they simmer for 2 hours, we're going to drain them and throw that syrup to the wolves. Throw it out the way, get it out of here. Then in a large pot, we're going to make the real syrup that's going to fill the jar. So while that's doing its thing and it's simmering for these 2 hours, I'm going to be getting everything else ready. I'm going to get all my jars cleaned, set up, get them ready, get my funnel out and everything, and get it to where we're ready to roll. When I get to that point, when we start draining these, I'll pick y'all back up, because I know y'all don't want to see all that boring stuff of me cleaning. But I'll pick y'all back up then and catch you later. Well, guys, I caught it. I told y'all I'd forget to turn the camera back on. Why didn't y'all remind me? I mean, y'all never said anything. Y'all just stood there while I done it without saying a word. Anywho, we got the syrup made. We got them in the jars, and now we're canning. So I'm doing a water bath can, and these has been in just a few minutes. This is round 1. These will be round 2 of the final round at that. But turned out great. The syrup tastes good. I got them all in the jars, and with the good Lord's help, good Lord willing, the canning will go smooth, and nothing to bust, break, shatter, or not seal. I think everything should be golden. But I'm gonna get these all. I'm sorry I forgot about you. Just got busy. Things happen. But anyhow, y'all didn't miss a whole lot. Just making the syrup. The syrup wasn't nothing special. 2 cups of water, 2 cups of vinegar, 5 pounds of sugar, 8 cinnamon sticks, and a box and a half of Red Hots, or 2 boxes of Red Hots rather. 3. Well, yeah, on the syrup. But anyhow, that's all there is to it. You just mix it all together, get it hot, get it melted, get it gelled together, and then you put your cucumbers down in the jars and you pour your sauce in on top of it, and then you can it. That's all there is to it. So y'all didn't miss a whole lot. Y'all got to see the worst parts. So we'll get off here. When I get them all canned, I'll check back in, let y'all know how it goes. So till then. All right, guys. So we got the first round out of the water bath. They are canned. No popping, no air bubbles. And all the lids are sealed and solid. Success. So now we have the last 5 in. I'm getting the water back up to 10. Me personally, I always put them in and while the water's not boiling and let it boil up to them. This ensures your jars don't bust. I know people say if you preheat the jars or whatever, you can throw them right in rolling boil, but just for my sake of mine, I like to do it this way. I've never had a problem doing it this way, so I'm going to continue to do it this way. Do whatever makes you feel good. Do whatever you trust, whatever you were taught, whatever. But this way works just fine for me. I'm going to end this video here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me in the kitchen. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This episode of Cooking with Tony. Yeah, very exciting. But I know on a serious note, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this whole episode of Faith, Fuel, and Adventure. And I hope that you will give me a thumbs up. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I hope that you'll share it with some friends. Because I really want to get it boosted up and get some more viewers in here so we can spread the word about Jesus. Because I try to make sure that I give him the glory for everything I do and give him the glory for everything on this channel, because it's only through him that I am anything. I can do nothing without him. I am nothing without him. I am nothing but a sinner, dying, lost, bound for hell, had it not been for the love and the saving grace of Jesus to come, take my sin and your sin and everybody's sin upon his shoulders and go to the cross of Calvary and paid that cost for us, friend. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Be looking out for the next video coming up, and we'll see you next time right here on Faith, Fuel, and Adventures.